at 412-559-2731. I want you to know something. I had done a Facebook Live session yesterday on Thursday. It's after midnight in the Eastern time zone. I believe it's after midnight. Actually, I don't have my phone with me. I have my cell phone. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Hold up. I'm at my cordless. I'm going to time out a minute. Okay. It's not yesterday yet. I still have 9 minutes. And what do you know about that, Batman and Robin? It's actually 11:52 about. So earlier this morning, I should say, since it's not tomorrow yet. It's not after midnight. Well, I had a Facebook Live session. And I talked about many things. And here on YouTube, you can look at my channel under Albert Torcaso, which of course is spelled Torcaso. You will find a gamut of funny videos, serious, very emotional videos, some that may make you upset, some that may make you cry, you name it. You can't really put me into a box. One reason why I probably haven't made it big is I don't pick one area to specialize in. No, I don't. Or niche or niche. I guess it's called niche. I may eventually. But we are so much more. You are so much more. And it's almost a disservice, in my view, to some degree, to kind of go from being willing to talk about anything and everything to suddenly only picking a niche or one or two niches. Okay, yeah, that might help me financially, right? But I'm not just here for me. I'm here for us. Now, see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't get that. They just don't get it. I'm not just here for me. I'm here for you. Us. But here's what I want to tell you. I talk about a lot of things. And when I do my lives, I'll have a title, a subject, if you will, a topic. But there's nothing off limits. If I feel it's relevant, I'm going to do it. So let me tell you what is relevant. Your life is relevant. And I want you to understand something about me. I'm not the guy that tells you how to fix the vehicle, or in theory how to fix it, without really teaching you or showing you. What I mean is, and no, I don't mean about literally fixing a vehicle. What I mean is, there's a lot of good people on YouTube, but they almost talk in a broad existential way about, like, they'll talk about you need to do, for example, meditation. Well, that's all well and good. Or you need to breathe a certain way. Sounds great, right? But if you don't learn exactly how to do it, it's not going to help you. Let me say hi to this person. Unfortunately, it's very small print. It's the only way I can do it. This person's important. Looks like Chantelly or Chantel. Not sure. But listen, may not get your name right all the time, but I appreciate you. Here's what I want you to understand. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you that you need to, do meditation unless I can tell you how. Now, I have a great friend. His name is Ivan Harris Sr. And he told me recently, gave me an idea how to breathe through my nose. Now, you might all laugh about that, but because of a lot of medical issues, it's hard for me to do it. Because of car accidents in the past and all that stuff, before most of you were even alive. But what you need to know about me is your life means something. You're not just somebody coming into it alive. You're not just somebody here on YouTube. You're not just a teenager or a young adult. You're not just somebody to talk to. Yeah, and when I don't answer you in the chat, it's not because I don't want to. It's because I can barely see it. But what I want you to understand, what I want you to really get is that I'm here because I want to see all of our lives improve in ways that we can't even imagine. But I want to break the limits too. I want to break rules and psychological and physiological limits. Yeah, you heard what I said. Break the rules and break the limits. What do I mean by that? What I mean is this. 8 billion people on Earth. Now, the majority of those people, and us, me, you, all of us, most of us are not super wealthy. Most of us are not an Elon Musk. Most of us are not a Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett, or you pick somebody that's a super billionaire. Most of us are not Taylor Swift. Well, I know I'm not because I'm a guy and I like being a man. Love women, but I'm glad I'm a man. Yeah, I love being a man. But the point that I'm making, most of us are not Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or, let's see, LeBron James. Or let's see, who's a great football player? What's his name? Mahomes from Kansas City Chiefs. So the point is, most of us are not those people. And that is exactly the way it should be. You are vitally important. Y'all need to wake up and realize that. And I don't mean that in a mean way. If you leave the live, I don't care. I love you too much to care. What do I mean by that? I'm not going to hold back. If I feel I need to get you to realize who you are, I'm going to do it. And if I know how to teach you how to be doing, what's that word I'm looking for again? Meditation. If I could teach you, I will. But see, I'm not going to be that guy that says, well, I'll teach you, but it's going to charge it. I'm going to charge you $997. That's not me. No. I am different than most people you will ever meet. And I don't say that because I think I'm all that in a bag of chips. No, all the glory goes to God. There are things about me that I can't explain if I tried for 1,000,000,000,000 or 100 trillion years. Or 1,000,000,000,000 to the infinity or whatever you want to call it. Whatever the highest number there is. Look, there are things about me that I cannot explain. Only God could. Or the universe, if you don't believe in a God. But what you need to know is, I'm here because I want to see you prosper. I'm here because I want every Republican in America to have everything they need. I want every Democrat in America to have everything they need. Every atheist, every Christian, every Muslim, every Jew, every Sikh, every Hindu. I hope you're finally getting the message. I want everybody on earth to have what we need. And I want to see people become wealthy, as many as possible. But this is where it gets really bizarre. You're capable of being a billionaire or a millionaire. Yeah, you. But you don't believe that yet, probably. And your life experience is part of it. Most of us could never even dream of it. But let me tell you what I think is terrible. When I hear people say, I don't want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, I think that is horrendously bad. You might be thinking, why? Well, because what you're doing or what they're doing is limiting their ability to have a legacy of love and things that can help you and people. I mean, I want you to think about this. If you had, I want each and every one of you right now to think about this for the next couple of hours. When you run out of here or you're in here, what if you had $1 billion right now in your accounts? You'd have to have multiple accounts, by the way. In your investments, in your accounts, in your holdings, whatever you want to call it. You had $1 billion. Think about what you could do for yourself. Yeah, I want you to have extreme fun. I don't want you to use it on drugs or getting drunk. I don't believe in alcohol and drugs. I'll tell you why. It's not a good thing for the body. It's not a good thing for you to live. Okay? Some alcohol, I don't like alcohol, okay? I have my reasons. First of all, my dad, my biological dad, got killed in front of my face at 12 years old by a drunk driver. So yeah, I don't like alcohol. Don't like it at all. Don't even like to see people have one sip of alcohol. After seeing my dad get killed at 12 years old in front of my face, yeah, I might get the idea as to why. But I want to see you healthy. And I want to see people that have a terminal disease get cured. So let's say you had $1 billion or more. What could you do? Think about what you could do. You could maybe finally hire researchers and doctors that would come up with a cure that you could use on your family and then share it with the planet and then earn money from it. It's all right to earn money as long as you don't exploit people and enslave people and make them your servant and your prisoner in a sense financially. I don't have a problem with you becoming a multi-billionaire. I don't have a problem with the richest people on earth being rich. Where does my problem come from? Their greed, their selfishness, their exploiting of people and sources and buying off elections throughout the world. That's a problem because it affects our lives. Even those of you who don't believe it and run from it, doesn't change the fact that it affects you. Everything that our governments around the globe does affects you and me. Everything. But y'all don't want to hear that because it's depressing at times. Don't have to be. You could be the new champions. You don't have to accept this. And you don't have to accept poverty. You don't have to accept getting paid whatever you get paid. Now, I'm going to tell you something that's going to freak you out a little bit. Excuse my language. If I told you you could start a business today and succeed, most of you wouldn't believe it. But I'm here to tell you you can. See, what you don't get is, right now, as we're on YouTube or wherever you may be online at any time, there are people starting businesses, especially online, internet access type of businesses, that are earning money sometimes within a couple of hours. Sometimes a few minutes, a few hours to a few days. And earning good money. You see, here's the thing. All that it takes is determination and knowledge. And do you know there are even children, I'm talking 12 and 13 years old, that have started businesses accidentally, in a way, a few of them, Didn't start it for a business, but ultimately what they started became a business. And they also helped a lot of people with it. I remember hearing a story about a child that was like, I think it was 9 or 12, that started getting his parents to help him to help homeless people get clothes. And then ultimately it became a big organization. And then there was another one, I forget what the child did, some kind of software or something. And this child was like 12 years old and became a millionaire. Yeah, hopefully his or her parents are taking good care of them. But it happened. You see, this is what I want to impress upon you. You're way more than you think you are. You got to remember, we've been pushed down. Almost not every American, every human that ever lived has been put down, just about. Or families of families of families of families of families for generations and generations. If the majority of your ancestors never were wealthy or taught how to become wealthy or healthy, then are you surprised that you're not there yet? But you see, here's the thing. You can stop that today. You have the ability to learn. You're much smarter than you think you are. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of you are probably like, yeah, this guy sounds good, but he don't know me. Oh, I don't, huh? I don't know you. Really? Now, I never met you. Maybe I never met you, but I know you. Because I know what I've experienced in my life and others. You're no different. But here's the deal. You're different in many, many ways, but you're similar in others. You have doubts in your life. There is not one person on the planet Earth, including the wealthiest, who don't have doubts. If they tell you they never have doubts, they're liars. If you think that the richest men and women on earth don't have failures, you're completely wrong. The richest man on earth, Mr. Musk, right? I don't know if I want to call him Mr. at this point. I'm not a fan of his actions. Doesn't mean I don't like him. I don't like his actions. He has failed many times. There's not a person on the planet Earth that ever lived who has not failed. The richest people of all time have failed. You know the difference? They never gave up. Or they hired people as smart or smarter in different fields. Do you think that Elon has done everything personally himself, or Jeff Bezos? No. So why can't you do something? You can. And you can start today. Yeah. Now you might be thinking, well, okay, I start an online business. I make a few dollars. How's that going to get me to be a wealthy person? You ever hear of building it up? You ever hear the word diversify? Or using money from one business to get involved with others? Or passive income? There are so many ways. They are endless. For example, let's say you started earning, for the fun of it, we'll say an extra $1,000 a month. I'm not saying you're going to earn it, but let's say you did. What if you took $500 out of that $1,000 every month and you put it into, I don't know, a stock or stocks, or maybe what they call that, an IRA. Or maybe you used it to buy a certain amount of gold or a certain percentage of a Bitcoin or real estate there's different things. I forget what they're called, but it has to do with real estate, but you don't actually have to own any real estate. I forget what it's called. Or you could even buy what they call tax liens. You can find all that information here on YouTube and other places online. We cannot be one-dimensional. We cannot be two-dimensional or three or four-dimensional. We are people with brains. You're an incredibly smart person, each and every one of you. And when people do trolling anywhere online, and in my chats or whatever, I have news for you. You're disrespecting yourself. Yeah, you may be disrespecting the host, but you're disrespecting. You're better than that. You might say, no, I'm not better than that. You can say, but deep down, there's something wrong in your life. It's not just because you want to have fun. I don't buy that for a minute. I've been around way too long, met way too many people who thought they were all that in a bag of chips, who finally came clean and said, no, there was something missing in their life. I don't know what it was. But I'm here to tell you, you're better than that. And maybe you feel that you never had any breaks in life. Maybe you feel that way right now. Who cares? You can make your own breaks. You don't have to let anybody keep you down because you're physically or psychologically disabled, or because you're Caucasian or Asian or African American or Middle Eastern or homosexual or heterosexual. Doesn't matter. Nothing can stop you when you use your brain. Now you might be sitting there or standing or whatever you're doing, and you might be saying to yourself, yeah, but according to my school, I'm considered dumb. You might be thinking you're dumb. You might even call yourself retarded. Well, first of all, you're not. You're not. But even if you were, you're still intelligent. And I'll tell you something else. I made this declaration multiple times when I had done my Humanity Matters live show. I said a lot of times there are people who don't know how to learn until they learn how to learn, which sounds weird. But you may learn differently than a lot of other people. So it's not that you can't learn it. It's not that you're dumb. You're just not getting it. You're not tracking, like Myron Golden says. That does not make you dumb. The academics or academia on this planet, many times, in any school you may be in, they don't have it right. So they give you SATs or CATs in some cases. California aptitude tests. Yeah, they exist. And let's say you do terrible on it. Well, if you have questions that are on these tests that you've never been taught ever, how are you going to know something you never even heard of? It doesn't make you dumb. You're very intelligent. All of you. I can say it because I know it. Now, I can't explain how, but I can tell you I know it. Now, I'm going to share something with you about Les Brown. You need to look him up here on YouTube. Les Brown. You must look him up. Why? Les Brown, my friends, was called retarded, treated terrible in school, called the dumb twin. He had a twin brother. Well, today, in 2025, This guy that was told he was dumb, never get to anywhere in life, couldn't even, couldn't do anything, right? You know what? Les Brown has over $63 million. You heard what I said. 63 million. So I guess it shows you that academia is not always right. But I'll prove my case even more. How many people have master's degrees and even PhDs, but they're not doing too great financially or wherever they're at? It's in the mind, my friends. And when you unlock certain things, you're going to find you're a lot smarter and you can live your dreams. So I'm going to put a massive challenge on each and every one of you. I want you to start a business. Yeah? An online business. Yeah, I do. I don't care if you join my team or something 100% different. But I do want it to be internet-based. And I'll tell you why. Here's what you can do with an internet-based business. You could be on your break at your day job or on your lunch break at your day job. And you could set aside a few minutes every day to work your business. Maybe it's making a post. Maybe it's sharing a link. Maybe it's talking about the service and or product. And you can do that legally at your job, on your lunch break. And in so doing, you may earn more money in that 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is than you do at that day job. Now, you should know this. Know this right now. There are people doing that and earning a lot of money worldwide. It's happening in multiple business. Well, probably thousands of businesses, to be honest. You see, we live in a time that people thought of ways and invented ways to have wireless phones or cell phones, computers, laptops, notebooks, game consoles. Multiple ways to get online. Multiple different inventions. And each and every device that can get you on the internet can potentially earn you income and change your life. So you have a tool that you may be holding in your hand or looking at. Whether it's a game console, a cell phone, a notebook, a tablet, whatever it is, a computer, a laptop, a desktop, laptop, anything where you can type and you can communicate. You have a gold mine. You have a platinum mine. Instead of using it only to be on YouTube or social media or texting family and friends, which is all great. Do it. Keep doing that. But also do it to change your life for the better, to get healthier, to get wealthier, and to actually save and change lives. You are that person. You can do it. If you have family members, let's say you have a brother or a sister, older or younger, that you love. Maybe they're going through something, and maybe you want to help them. You already have the power to do that. I'm not here to bring you down. That's why I don't really, always, or most of the time, I don't even, block the trolls. I don't usually give them a timeout. I feel bad for the trolls, actually. It's sad. It's really sad. There's something missing in their life. They think it's funny. They think it's cool. It's not. It's silly. Look, you have too much going on in your life that you need to get to stepping. Or like Ivan, my friend and family member, likes to say, get on the stick. It's kind of a different term. I like that term. It's different. What I would say to you is this. The more you delay in your success and obtaining your dream, the more you're going to have your life be exactly the way it is now. Or worse. Or worse. I want better. Did you notice what I haven't said so far today? Tonight, this morning, whatever you want to call it? I haven't asked you for money, did I? I didn't give you a link. I didn't even tell you the name of my business. Did you notice that? So what's my end game? You getting somewhere in your life. You getting what you need. But I do want you to do something. I want you to start wanting to reach as high as you can financially. I want you to start wanting to be a multimillionaire and a billionaire. You heard what I said. But with a slightly different, well, a major different perspective. Don't think that all that money has to be yours and used just for you. Not that you can't have it. Of course you can have it. You earned it. But it's what you can do to change lives. Everybody you care about. You can help. But you're going to have to be careful when you do it, by the way. If I were you and you start getting super wealthy, I would move away from a lot of your friends and family. Why? For security reasons, really. And I would anonymously help them. Or in some cases, outright help them. A lot of cases, really. But you got to be careful because when you start moving up, there are going to be people who want to bring you down. People that you won't expect who want to bring you down. It could even be your own family members. It could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your sister, it could be your uncle, it could be your cousin. And they could be for a lot of reasons, not because they're evil, but they can get jealous. Or they can feel left out, or maybe they feel like you're not helping them. So what you do is you help them, but you do it on your own terms and you do it in a safe way. But I'm not going to be talking about in the existential anymore. You see, right now, each and every one of you have a wireless device. I don't know what it is. It could be a computer, it could be a laptop, it could be a game console, it could be a cell phone. But starting when you get up tomorrow, I don't care what you're doing. When you get up tomorrow, you jot this down in your phone as a text to yourself or whatever you got to do. But you tell yourself, today is the day I start looking to start a business. Today is the day that I believe that I matter. If you don't want to be a billionaire, that's fine. But you need to understand you are of value. And I don't care who you are, what you look like, what you've been going through in life. I get it, and it's terrible, and it hurts a lot of times. You think it was easy for me to watch my biological father die in front of my face at the age of 12? It wasn't. You think it was easy for me finding out in 2019 that I have follicular lymphoma? No, it wasn't. But guess what? I feel great. And I've been blessed. I don't need treatment. I don't need treatment yet. You know why? Because blessings have happened. And I have made changes. And I started taking certain types of products and eating certain things and not eating others. Just a little bit, by the way. And it worked. I guess the best thing to say is I want you to look at the thumbnail when we're done here. Look at it again. It shows you a picture of a leaf that fell into our vehicle in the fall of 2024, this last fall. And instead of throwing it out into the grass or crumbling it up, I decided I wanted to take a picture of it. And that's what that picture came from. And then when we decided to get rid of it, if you will, take it out of the vehicle, I said, put it by our tree. Let it decompose and go back to the earth. Now that leaf is disintegrated and or dead, if you will. It was dead when I took the picture, right? Or dying. But that leaf is going to be there for as long as that picture exists. But life is precious, my friends. And you can be as young as you are or as old as you are. You don't have the next second guaranteed. None of us do. Life is precious. We need to appreciate it, but we also need to enjoy our life. We don't need to work ourselves to death for bills. We don't need to work ourselves to death for academia. We don't need to work ourselves to death for anybody or anyone. If we want to work hard, we're going to build our own dream and turn it into a reality. If you want a 10-room mansion, start doing things to get it. And you can. So listen, as far as learning how to meditate, I'm working on that myself. But I have learned how to breathe through my nose. I'm not going to say I'm an expert at it yet, but I can do it after years and years and years and years and years of trying. When you have the vehicular accidents that I had in the 1980s, because people weren't watching what they were doing, and I was stuck, yeah, stuff happens. But I can do it. I just breathed in through my nose, and I let it out through my nose. Couldn't do that for a long time. Over 58 years, I couldn't do it. About 59 years, I couldn't do it. I learned this year. Yeah. What's that mean? It means don't ever give up. Don't you ever give up on yourself or your family or people you love. You don't give up. Oh, by the way, go to my YouTube page. Look up some of my playlists, some of my videos from as many as 12 to 20 years ago, maybe not 20, but pretty close. I've done things that will shock you. I got things that will make you crack up. I got things that will make you want to say foul language. I got things. Everything I've ever done was for us. Everything I ever do will be for us. Like I said, I'm a little different than anybody you probably know. I can't explain why, except that I love people. And I love you. And yeah, I love the environment and I love animals. I'm not gonna apologize for any of it. I love life. And I love the fact that we have a good environment. Well, we have an okay environment. We need to protect it. But I like looking at the stars when there's a clear night. I like feeling the warm air in the summer. I like going to nature parks. I love going to theme parks and amusement parks. I love doing a lot of stuff. And I love having fun. And I love bringing people up and complimenting people at their job. I go into a big box store. I might take the time to see the manager, to let them know somebody did a great job. And to let the person know they're not just a bagger for me, or a cashier, or a waitress, or a waiter. No, I don't disrespect people that way. They're not just customer service for me. If I called them up on the phone, you can look at videos here on YouTube where I said hi to people like Linda, who's a phlebotomist who recently took my blood work. Or April, who's a customer service at a life insurance company. Or people that I spoke to for my wireless company. Or people at Chewy. Yeah, the pet company. I value people. And I love people. And that means you. So I'm not going to accept you giving up on yourself, ever. And in case any of you are thinking, well, what business is it of mine? It's all my business. You are like family. That's what we all need to be. We all need to understand that all 8 billion of us should treat each other like family. Only good family, not the dysfunctional ones. I don't mean those ones that are like, oh my goodness, here comes Uncle Joe or Uncle Jonathan or oh, here comes Uncle Eddie or Aunt Shaniqua. No offense to them, love them too, but you get my point. I love y'all. Get out there and start a business. Use your phone for good. Use your phone to get your dream. And also, while you're at it, go see Dr. Joe Dispenza's videos. Go see Ivan Harris Sr.'s videos. Les Brown's videos. And Dr. Bruce Lipton's videos. Check them out. Don't forget Myron Golden. Check them out. Look. You got this. You can be the hero in somebody's life, your own and others. You can be the person 100 to 200 years from now when we're gone. If somebody says, you know, that guy or that gal really did it. My aunt or my granddad or grandma, you could be that person. Build a legacy. And like the late Leonard Nimoy from the classic Star Trek used to say in the character of Spock, I got a job for each and every one of you. Yeah, every one of you. You got to live long and prosper. Now, before I go, I'm going to go check out and see what was said here. All right. Somebody got the message deleted. It's all good. Okay. Give me a New York second here. Okay, come on. YouTube must be drunk. Oh. Okay. Okay, we don't need nonsense. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. No, I don't. Somebody said I need to chill. No, what I need to do is exactly what I do. And I'm going to continue to do it. If you can't handle the truth, it's all good. If you want to watch somebody pick their nose here on YouTube or watch somebody go to sleep, it's all good. Or if you want to watch something else, it's all good. I love y'all. But like Paul Anka wrote a song back before I was even born, wrote a song called My Way. And then Frank Sinatra sung the song, My Way. And then Elvis Presley sung My Way. Celine Dion and others. Look it up here on YouTube. And know that Albert Torcaso, yeah. You know what? I do it my way, not yours. I do it my way.